Jerry, so this is your feature debut as a director. You've obviously had so much success in comedy and acting. So how has that experience been, learning new skills and applying old skills to in a fresh way here?
Well, if I was directing right now, I would say the little head popping out of your head is perfect. Let's lock these cameras off. I love this shot. It looks like you have a little puppet head on top of your head. Can you see what I'm seeing?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So those are the comedic skills of directing. You have to know when you've got the right framing and a funny shot. This is a funny shot. A guy trying to do an interview with a little head on top of his head.
You've got the eye for it for sure. And
Yeah.
Jim, you have so many great scenes in this film, and especially with Amy Schumer. You're doing the twist with her, you're trying to seduce her with the twist,
Yeah.
those dance moves. What stood out about working with her?
Oh, I guess what stood out is, you know, Amy's a pro. She definitely, there was a calmness about, she knew exactly what we were going to do, and it was kind of fun. And I feel like we both, there was no question surrounding our character, and our relationship. It wasn't confusing at all. We both were on the same page. So I think that's really what stood out is that we both kind of, I don't even know if we really discussed it. We kind of just knew
Yeah.
exactly what the relationship was. And, some of it is knowing Amy. It's like the status and the romantic aspect of it. There was no real question marks. So it was kind of, I guess it was just in the script too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Jerry, there's some really great spots where you get to deliver some classic Seinfeld rants where I love this part where you're talking about reaching the moon. And you're just like, just leave the moon alone. There's no
Right.
reason for us to be messing around up there. How was it kind of finding those spots in the script and placing in those observational, humor jokes?
Oh, that's pretty easy. That's really what we do. We know we do best. We loved writing the monologue for Jim about Milky Cashman, the first man who spilled milk into a bowl of cereal. And that was a really fun scene because we wanted Jim to be a little, distraught over that no one knows the whereabouts of this great man. That was it was Mo Green, from Godfather 2. The man who built Las Vegas, and he never received the recognition. So in our movie, that was Milky Cashman, the first man to spill milk in cereal.
That's hilarious. And Jim, my last question here. There's such a great intensity to your performance in certain spots, like the I know how to talk to kids scene was so funny. How was it just ratcheting it up and showing this intense side that we don't see a lot from you?
Jim came up with that. I said, let me say, you say, I know how to talk to kids, and then you go over to the kid and lose it. And he picked the kid up and just started yelling, I'm going to kill your grandmother and your whole family. That was all Jim.
Yeah.
I didn't know what he was going to do.
Yeah, it just seemed like the most, inappropriate thing for Edsel to do. And he was just such an inept third person in that team. Like, the last thing you would do is threaten a child's grandparents. So I just thought it would be the most hysterical thing to do. And to physically put hands on the children. Obviously, you should never do that. But that's some of the 60s and just, Edsel's this guy that comes from money and doesn't have the patience of, to utilize coercion.